Okay, welcome. We're gonna do Gemini's reading. I was gonna do like a little video about just the YouTube community, the YouTube tarot reader community, and all the fuckery that I be seeing around the community, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. I'm recording this on my phone. I was like 5 minutes in, got a phone call, and then I think I did something and kind of recorded over a little bit of it, so it got a little messed up. So maybe it really wasn't meant for me to really speak on it in length for it to have its own video. So maybe we'll just talk about it in a Gemini video. Sorry, Geminis, but hey, I know most Geminis I know like a good gossip. You like a good read. You like to talk and communicate, and you damn sure like the tea, the rumors, and the gossip. You know, you guys like to communicate. You know, the Geminis I know, they like to have a good conversation. So we'll just squeeze this into the Gemini reading, especially with and let me go out and see, because I just want to pull up my webpage for where the planets are right now, because we can get into that too. But before I get into Gemini's reading, I just wanted to say that I had really been watching a lot of stuff. I do tarot because it's a tool that's helped me. Anybody can pick up a tarot deck and read it, but are you really spiritual? Are you really meant to give that message to other people and then to advise people on a level where they're paying you for your advice and your guidance without being some sort of scam or some sort of gimmick? You know, that's what I see a lot in the tarot community. And I'm not necessarily talking about the scams and the gimmicks. Hey, people used to call them psychic numbers on TV and stuff like that all the time. The YouTube community has turned into the same thing. Just because you can read a deck of tarot cards does not mean you are equipped to be a spiritual guide, to help other people through things. And that, to me, but that's not on the person that's advertising the services or that's giving a tarot reading that people come to them. That's not, they have their own karma to deal with. But that's on the people, the subscribers, the watchers, who are dumb enough to go to these people when you see them having all kind of YouTube beefs. You see them added with other YouTube readers, which at the end of the day, it all boils down to money, revenue, ad dollars, who's getting the most, or readings, who's coming to who for readings versus, other readers, and who's getting the views and the likes and all of that, so the people can sustain, their lifestyle or whatever it is that they do, which is all good and great. But if you really, I carry it like this. For me, it's a gift that I have. It is your pleasure for me to get on YouTube and do this. And that's not being, that's not coming from an egotistic or conceited place. I don't get on here, and I'm not here because I deal with who I want to deal with. I'm picky and I'm choosy. If you've known me, you've known I've had a website up. I might do my readings consistently, and I may not. But that's because I'm not here for the money. I'm not here. It's nice to make it. If I could quit my day job and do this, I would. But at the end of the day, money does not trump what goes on a spiritual level. Okay, Gemini, let's finish this. I got a phone call, so I'm coming back. Don't ask me where I was in mid-thought, but I'm coming back. So whatever I said, I was on the phone for a minute, so I completely lost that track of thought. But I know I was talking about just the YouTube readers in the YouTube community and just a lot of crazy stuff I've seen lately. I had seen like some crazy stuff, and I touched on it a little something in videos before, but of course I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna say this or that because I don't even really, I'm a part of the tarot community, but I really don't consider myself a part of the greater YouTube tarot reader community at large. Like I said, I feel as though it's not from an egocentric point of view, but I don't do this to come on here looking to build this clientele and have all of these people that come to me for readings, because I wouldn't even read for everybody. If you have a gift or if you have something that really is special or something that you take seriously, I believe that you should always use it with discernment. You should be careful about who you deal with, who you don't deal with, and you don't just, I don't know, people do things different ways. But like I said, it's just like when they used to have the 900 numbers for psychics, the 800 numbers for psychics. That's the guys. If you old enough if you're 25 and older, 30 and older, then you remember when 900 numbers used to be really, really popular. And people used to call those things, yeah, a lot of the times it was scams and things like that. And the YouTube community is no different. And when you really get with somebody who does it from the spirit, not just because they may know the meaning of the card or they can read tarot cards, but when they really are evolved within their spirit and they have been doing the work to become a better person, to be their best person, and therefore give out and get their best karma, then that's when you know you've really found a light worker amongst the tarot readers. So I just want people to keep that in mind. Like I said, I've said it before, I do this personally because I have a passion for it, but it's my gift to you all. If I was to get monetary pay, or when I do get some monetary pay for it, that's like a donation. That's like you paying for the skills that I have, but there still has to be a level of discernment. And if I don't want to do it, whether it's for pay or no pay, a penny or $1,000, I won't do it. Because it's all about, if you're coming from the spirit, if you have some discernment. Just like people who sit up here and say they do magic work and candle work and spirit work. I just don't see how people advertise those services on a social media platform, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and just do that kind of stuff for everybody. Like, what are y'all dealing with? Who are y'all dealing with? Who are y'all going to? What kind of spirits do you got on your shit? What kind of energies are you inviting into your life, into your spirit, into your soul? Like, y'all, a lot of people, I think my overall point is a lot of people take this shit lightly, and it's really not to be taken lightly, except for when you taking it lightly and you scamming and you just doing something because it's the gimmick or it's the hot thing to do, or you can get YouTube revenue, or you can get people to come to you for psychic readings. It's the cool thing to do. You got a voiceful personality, you know how to entertain, and then that might be your thing. Again, Gemini, I'm sorry for this long part in your reading, but I know you like to teach, Gemini. I shuffled your cards while I was on the phone. I was shuffling the cards. So I got the cards sitting here, but I haven't laid them. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the cards. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot. I will probably use the traditional playing card deck for some clarifiers or additional information if I need it. I don't know how many cards I'm going to do. I'm just lay some cards. And we can go from there. And I'm going to use the romance deck. Romance Angels deck as well. So as I talk, I'm going to just lay some cards. And again, it's crazy because I've seen certain things in the community where I'm like, oh, this person is an obvious nut. And they up here doing readings for people. They are obvious nut. And then I'm like, but people, that's where the view's at. People going to view it. People like a shit show. People like to see a train wreck. So it's like, I just be looking like, what is going on? What is going on? And then you see another person. And these are people who I've watched their videos before. And I'm kind of like, if I didn't get turned off at first. And it's so funny because the people that be in these YouTube beefs, the people that be getting into this stuff, I probably have watched their video and didn't watch it no more. Or I'm not subscribed to them. Because I have a tarot page and I have a personal page. And I'm subscribed to people under both of my pages. But I don't even watch them, or I don't subscribe to them because I already feel their vibe, or I already feel like the energy they're giving off. If a person can pick up these cards any day, but if they talk the talk and they don't walk the walk, it's not worth nothing. It's not worth nothing. You can't deal with people who could just read a card, but then they up here beefing and talking shit about other people. I don't care if people make more money than you. I don't care what the situation is, but it's all in how you carry yourself. It's a time to get down and dirty. It's a time to fight nasty. It's a time to say certain things. But when you are true to this and you are true to the spirit, you have a certain responsibility, and you don't get down in the dirt with other people. And I just been seeing it more and more about tarot readers that you would think are respected tarot readers. Is just kind of like, what the fuck is going on when I turn in these videos? And it's not just these videos, guys. It's a lot of people in the quote unquote conscious community And I really feel like it has a lot to do, first of all, with the planetary alignments. Of course, it has a lot to do with that. And then being in this age of Aquarius, going through these certain Pluto and Saturn transits that we've been going through. And it's like a fight. It's like a fight for the truth. It's a fight between the ego and the spirit, or between the ego and the consciousness. And it's like, those who work out of ego is they keep hitting this wall, and they keep running into these walls when it comes to the spirit and to the ethers and the metaphysical realm of things. And right at this particular time, you have Taurus retrograde, you have Mercury retrograding in Taurus, Venus retrograding in Pisces. Is when it goes direct in a little while. It'll be direct, I believe, in another couple days. When it goes direct, it should be going back into Aries. You have Jupiter retrograde in Libra. You have Saturn retrograde in Sagittarius, and the North Node retrograded in Virgo. Now, for a while, a lot of these planets were in the same house. So when it came to, like, you have Mercury in Taurus now, Mars is in Taurus. A lot of these planets moved out of Aries, but you still have the Sun in Aries, and you still have Uranus in Aries. So a lot of the planets are stuck up there in that part of the chart between Pisces, between Aries, Pisces, and Taurus. So with that aggression, with that stubbornness, but also with the a realm of heavy spiritualness, with a realm of going deep and really being deeply connected to the spiritual knowledge, and even knowledge itself, with Pisces there, with Pisces and Neptune. It's like it's just been a battle and a clash of the bulls, the rams, with, you know, the softer, the more spiritual, wanting to come from a more, really wanting to be in tune, really wanting to seek the truth and know the truth, but in this dream state where you can't even see your own ego overshadowing, when you can't even see that what you do is not about the people anymore. It's not about, and this is like in the conscious community, and then in the tarot community, it's not about the tarot. It's about your ego, your popularity, money, clients, and all this kind of stuff. Like, that shit just turns me off. And so if you see me do readings and you see me not do readings, it's because I do what the fuck I want to do. If you are here getting this reading, especially getting it for free, it's my gift to you. I'm not here because of any sort of demand. I'm not here because of what people think I should be or what you expect from me. You get what I give you because it's my gift to give. And if I give it to you, you should have considered, or you should consider yourself lucky to get it. So, and you know, I feel like anybody who's doing it from their heart and their soul really doesn't have to explain shit. But I just been so disgusted with the things I see. I just had to do that. So going from there, let's talk about Gemini. Let's go ahead and get on into this Gemini. It's at about 13 minutes. So I'll put that down below for anybody who wants to forward through the introduction by the time I get this up on the web. We are into the first week, getting into the second week of Aries season, second week of April. So this is the April reading. Like I said, my readings transcend time. Whenever I get on here and do this shit, that's when you're supposed to get it. The shit is right on time. Either you're going to relate to it or you're not. And it's general because I'm not talking to nobody personally. I'm talking to whoever is listening on this video. So this is Gemini's reading. Let me just move some of my cards so I could see them a little bit better. So Gemini, I always like, now Venus readings aren't always something I listen to, but I always feel a connection with Gemini. I'm a Cancer, so it's like that's the sign right before me. I feel like a lot of the signs evolve through certain things depending on which energy is where in your charts and what the planets are going through and the energies that they're giving out. So I feel like I find myself going through similar things with the Geminis right about now. We've been getting hit with a lot of, I have Gemini friends, we've been getting hit with a lot of the same energies. And my Venus is in Gemini. So, you know, I never look forward to the Gemini readings when it comes to that. But, you know, I take a special kinship with it because my Venus is in Gemini. It is the sign before me. So you know how certain signs you just feel tied to. So I take something from this reading as well with my Venus being in Gemini in the 12th house of Pisces of Neptune. So that's the heck of that's not that's not the super most comfortable place for Gemini Venus, but you know, it is what it is. And actually Gemini and Pisces can get along quite well. So I know many Geminis who've been with Pisces and vice versa. So anyway, Gemini, I feel like certain shit is going to come out for you. Certain shit is going to clear a path and clear a way. It's going to come out for you so that you can make way for something new or something better. So we're either talking about moving away from some things so that you can move into other situations, whether this has to do with relationships, whether it has to do with your money. I would just say, be careful as far as your money and your relationships go. If you're meeting new people, get to know people, get to trust people. If there's some money situations going on, don't do anything too sneaky with your money. I'm seeing there may be some people who do some things that are a little underhanded. Maybe you got some side schemes or some things going on that have to do with your money because you just got too many bills to take care of. You have too many things to take care of. But you're going to be nifty. You're going to be quick. You are going to take care of the things that you're going to take care of. But you're going to go through changes, and you may see that you do have options, and it may be worrying on you from an anxiety point of view. You may be really anxious mentally, deciding what are you going to do? What are you going to do about certain love and romantic relationships in your life? What are you going to do about certain financial situations in your life? Just be careful. Don't be stealing nobody's money. Don't be taking nobody's money. Don't be having a fight with anybody and then sneaking off and doing certain things with money, because that may bring more mental stress and anguish than is really even necessary. But you guys may really be having some thoughts when it comes to some sort of fire energy in your life. That is Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a lot of burdens and a lot of issues. You go from the 10 of Wands in reverse to the Queen of Wands. So it's kind of like saying, after putting some shit down, you will find your place. You will find yourself in a better place if you just drop all the bullshit. Whether you're dropping fire signs in your life or whether you are taking on that fire energy and moving away from that fire energy, you know, you are trying to get to a better place where you're more in control. And you can be kind of happy and not so stressful as it may seem with that 10 of Wands card. It's just a lot of issues, a lot of bills, a lot of burdens, a lot of people that you just like, oh, this is too much. I just don't want to deal with it. I want to be carefree. You know, the summertime is coming. The springtime is here on the East Coast of the United States where I reside. So Gemini, you just want to be your carefree self where you really don't have to have these worries with people, with money, and you don't want to have these fights and these back and forths. You have a lot of wand energy in this reading, and then you have a lot of sword energy. So I just feel like it's going to be some battles. It's going to be some struggles when it comes to really seeing what's going on possibly behind your back or what you're doing behind somebody's back. Now, if it's things that's going on behind your back, it could be related to maybe things that happened in the past love relationship involving these fire signs, or it could be something that maybe you have done because of this fire sign energy, or something that you're doing when it comes to money, or trying to get away with certain things as far as money is involved, or trying to get away with certain things as far as a battle goes, or one-upping someone goes, or just having certain options and being a little sneaky when it comes to those options, and something about those options involving money, but not something that it just comes freely, is flowing. It's like whatever it is, it has you up late at night, it has you worried, it has you thinking. It's like you're finding yourself between a rock and a hard place, basically. because it's funny, you have the 7 of swords, and then you have the 7 of clovers, the 7 of wands right over top of it. So being sneaky, and then being sneaky, getting away with something, or just doing something for yourself. Not always is that 7 of swords being a little sneaky and conniving, but sometimes it's to get ahead. It's to put yourself first. Sometimes you have to not consider the benefit of other people before you consider the benefit of yourself. Sometimes you have to just play the game of life, and I talk about that a lot in just personal conversations I had with people. I'm not the type of person, I don't like to play games. I don't like to have to bullshit around a point. I don't like to have to be conniving or tricky with people. But in the world we live in, and the type of people we deal with, you got to play the game on the level that it is to be played. So you might be doing something like that, Gemini. And you might find yourself really just going through something where you might have some arguments with certain people. You might be really trying to beat down some certain issues, take care of some certain things. So maybe I'm saying that to say that it's almost like a robbing Peter to pay Paul feeling almost. It's like you doing something, and you doing something to either take away from your monetary situation. You're doing something with your funds, and everybody doesn't know. People don't quite know what you're doing, but it's gonna cause some sort of rift, some sort of debate, some sort of struggle, and it could, actually have you feeling unstable and like you lost some money, or there's a loss of money, or there's some stability that is not quite right. Or this could be maybe something that you're taking or you're doing behind the back of an earth sign, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or Virgo, because that does come up. But it's leading to a mental anxiety, bad dreams, late nights, just thoughts, negative thoughts. So maybe you're thinking of doing something bad. Certain things that have been going on has just got you in a place like, what do I have to do to overcome this situation, to get back on a stable ground, to get away from this person? But the thing about it is, whether you're dealing with a fire sign person or earth sign person, neither the one is of the situations are right. It's just like having a whole bunch of options, but the options are bad. So ain't no point of choosing from bad options. Just keep doing you, Gemini. Just keep moving forward, meeting more people, getting more options, because there is going to be a new opportunity at love, at a new beginning. When it comes to love, even your money, whatever concerns you, whatever that you're worried about, whatever that you need that new start and that new push it at, the Ace of Swords is here to tell you, you will have that. So whatever has been going on, it's going to right itself. You're going to get your shit together. You're going to leave the options behind that really don't suffice for you. They don't fit you. They don't go with what you're doing and where you're trying to go when it comes to love and stability, having that happy family relationship, everything that you want without the stress, without the anxiety, because you should not be over there stressing over no bullshit that nobody has put you through, no money that somebody doesn't want to give you, so you feel like you got to rob Peter and pay Paul. All of that's going to come to an end, and you will have a new plan, a new beginning, a new start, a new love, new sex, new desires in your life. As soon as you really put yourself out there, or realize who's really there for you and who's not. The next person that comes into your life, or the people that you meet, when you really take the time to look, not be sneaky about it, but really, or with that 7, it could be really being picky about your options, really kind of dipping and dodging in the situations to see, oh, is this person right? What is this person up to? No, they got a whole bunch of shit with them. They got this fire sign got a whole bunch of problems, a whole bunch of shit with them. They may eventually get it together, but right now they just have a whole bunch of shit with them. They want to have fun. They want to put down their burdens and have fun. Gemini, you want to have fun too, but you may be looking for something a little bit more serious when it comes to money and stability. You don't want those mental stresses and those mental problems. But then if you've got some type of earth sign in your life, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, they're not as paid as they want want you to think they are, and they may be losing money or making bad investments themselves. Has got them up late at night, and they got problems that you really don't want to be with. So you just kind of tiptoeing in and out of situations until you find your way, until you find that one Gemini. And you just need to really get to know people, see who they really are, and put yourself first, and that'll bring that true love. Because you did getting to know each other, you deserve love and true love card. So as you sneak around between this person, this situation, that situation, just to find the right fit for you, whoever is in your life, I feel like it's 50-50. For some Geminis, the person is in your life. For some Geminis, the person is somebody you're going to meet. And soon, it really is that true love. It really is that person that you want. But you really have to learn each other and get to know each other. It's not going to come quick. It's not going to be a fly-by-night. I'm so in love. The sex is so good. You really are going to have to get to know that person. And in getting to know that person, you first got to deal with yourself. You got to know what you need. You got to know what you want. And you have to love yourself first in order for somebody else to love you. And that's basically what the situation is, Gemini. That's basically what's going down for April and as we go forward into May. And that's basically all I got to say for right now. So again, not apologizing for my rant because it was much needed and much necessary. I was going to do that in a whole nother video, but I know I can talk to my Geminis. I know me and Geminis can have a good conversation. So this was actually the perfect video for me to put it in. And Geminis, I wish you nothing but the best. I'm taking this on the cards myself for my own advice, my love advice this month, and overall advice this month. And I hope we come out with some good shit at the end of the day, Gemini. Always wishing the best for you. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Frequency Real Radio, Madam X signing off. Peace.